was gonna lie to you, but I had to tell the truth. I'm just being honest.
Now this that real rap and that real talk for all my real people. Breaking news. Doing it and doing it and doing it around. Doing It by LL Cool J and Loungin' were owned and made for Biggie, the Notorious B.I.G, says the producer of both tracks, Rashad Smith. And Biggie was gonna use them for his lead singles off Life After Death. Can you believe it? And Big was beyond pissed when he found out LL had bought the tracks from right underneath his nose. Now, the question is, how the hell did that happen? We gotta find out, right? And Rashad Smith's gonna speak about that in today's video, but nobody's talking about this. But guess what? I am. That's why you gotta subscribe to the page, hit the like button, you know the routine. So, we're about to find out, why didn't we hear Frank White on those great tracks? Let's hear it.
Doing It, well, LL Cool J record, that was initially for Biggie, right?
Big's working on his second album. There was no budget yet.
Life After Death.
Life After Death. Big came to me with all these ideas. I want the I'll Be Sure sample to Night and Day. I want My Jamaican Guy. Went home, I started working on the records. Called them on the phone, I played some of it on the phone. That's incredible. Come and bring me the cassette. Things started getting a little rough for me. At that time, I thought Puff could have just gave me at least a little deposit on it, which was promised, but it just never happened. And I'm like, Puff, man, I really need you. He's like, yo, well, I don't have a budget. I'm like, yo, but just make something happen. Give me a deposit, because I'm like, yo, I gotta eat, and I gotta take care of, you know, a kid on the way.
What would have been the down payment for like holding these two tracks?
It was like 15 grand, right?
For both?
No,
each.
That was 15 grand a piece.
Right.
All right, so I would have made 30 grand off just those two. I had a relationship with Chris Lighty. He's working on LL's new album. He picked some of the beats I had, and then, ding, ding, you know, the big beat came on. I stopped it. He's like, yo, whoa, 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 what is that? I was like, oh shit, that's for Big. I'm holding that for. He's like, no, nah, let me hear that. I'll let you hear it, but I can't sell it. Lo and behold, he was like, I need that. The Loungin' record came on. He's like, I need that. He said, how much is Puff gonna pay you? He said, I'll double that for each beat. Now, anybody that's listening to this, you tell me, what the fuck would you do? Guess who calls me the day that check hit my account? The Notorious B.I.G. Yo, man, I'm ready for that beat now. Yo, our budget is open. I'm about to shit my pants. Breathe. Yo, big, I sold them beats, man. You did what? Yeah, I sold them beats, man. But go get my shit back. That was my first single. Big was so mad, he hung up the phone on me. He called back. Big call on that answer machine. It was bad. It was really bad. Like, I needed to get the fuck out of Brooklyn.
Wow.
It was gonna be bad, bro. Like, he was mad. Big never fuck with me ever again after that. I felt so bad. I don't think Big understood that it was Puff's fault. I don't care if he would have just gave me 2 grand, 5 grand, something just to hold me down. I wouldn't entertain that with LL. It's really sad that before his passing, we never gotten a chance to fix that issue.
It's our first time together and I'm feeling kind of horny. Conventional.
Unbelievable. But I believe him.
Bang, bang.
We got cheated out of something very, very great. This is sad, unbelievable like always, but it is the music industry. He called Rashad Smith with the ideas for the sample. Biggie. He wanted to use these samples for, you know, his singles. So, hey, chop this up, and I'm gonna pick them up. So those beats should have never been sold or even played, no matter what, right? Morally, it was wrong. But we're not operating off morals. This is the music business, like I always remind you all of, right? And he admitted that he was about to have a child and needed the money, right? So he did what he had to, right? Shout out to him for taking care of his family and putting his kids first. But damn, damn, I want to hear the music. And also, in the producer's defense, in Rashad Smith's defense, he was promised a down payment by none other than Diddy, Puff Daddy, Puffy. That never happened. That never happened. So what you expect? Which is crazy to think because Rashad Smith also produced One More Chance. One More Chance. Very talented producer. Also did If I Ruled the World by Now. And many other hits that y'all already know, right? And have sung. But this wasn't Puff's first time working with the man, but he didn't pay him the money. So you may not agree with this, but I feel like Biggie's version of Doing It would have been a better single or a bigger single than Hypnotize. And Hypnotize did numbers. And I'm gonna say this, and Biggie's version would have been a better version of the song than the great LL Cool J. And I'm a huge LL Cool J fan, both on the mic and off, right? He's just, one of the greats. But the fact remains. And also the fact that Biggie co-produced the tracks by choosing the samples himself. Just imagine the music. Just imagine the passion. Just imagine the version of Biggie we would have got on those beats. Goodness, Lord. Can you imagine? Oh, Frank would have killed it, right? I'm an artist. I understand where the passion comes from. When you choose something, he organically made this. We want to hear that. And moments like these can make or break an artist. Believe it or not, having a hit single was a must in the 90s, by the way. And you took something away from Biggie and all of us, without a doubt. Now, here's something that's even wilder. LL released Loungin' in 1995, right? But Biggie's first single for Notorious came out in 97. I know the math, I remember. So either this was when Big was doing Ready to Die and Rashad's kind of confused on something, but he worked on Ready to Die, so he couldn't be, or Biggie already had his singles on deck years before the release of his next album. I kind of believe that too because the stage was that big for him after Ready to Die. But in closing, we got cheated out of some very, very great music, y'all. Because Diddy didn't want to pay $30,000 for songs that would have easily, in my opinion, made him $30 million or more. Because this was Biggie's last album, and we're still playing these songs today, right now, right? We got cheated. So I know Diddy got bigger problems right now than tracks that he could have bought for Biggie. Just goes to show you the politics of the music industry back then, and we even talk about it still to this day with the stuff that's going on, right? So let me know what you think we would have got on those tracks had Biggie got to them, right? Had Biggie got to do his thing on them, bro. Like, man, we did not get enough music from Frank White. I tell you that.